I think New Yorkers and U.S. soccer fans in general really missed the Cosmos. It was a special time for the sport of football, soccer in the 70s and early 80s. It really put the sport on the map. Youth soccer didn't exist.
What they did, they're true pioneers. So I think it's impossible to replicate what they did because they introduced the game here. So you can't, it's like reinventing the wheel. It's already been made. You can't do it all over again. But with that said, the name of the club has always had a huge reputation and fan base, and so it's great to be part of rebuilding the club name and bringing the Cosmos back.
I think it's in our ability. We have the potential to bring the club back to a world recognizable club, not just a name that brings a lot of nostalgia of Pele and Beckenbauer and Carlos Alberto and Giorgio Canaglia, not just the history, but doing that again. I think we can build our own stadium that's world-class and among the best in the United States. And if we can do that, we'll fill it with world stars again. And it'll be a special time in New York.
First of all, from our standpoint, to them is build a true soccer club that they can feel proud of and that they can feel represented. And that when they go watch us play and that they come to the stadium, they can have the most amazing experience.
Not just for us, but the Red Bulls are here in New York now. Manchester City is starting a club. And for the first time in New York history, we could have real derbies of passion and influence the way London has or Madrid. I think that's within our reach, and we could see that in the next 5 to 10 years for sure. When
Giovanni started this project and he pulled me aside and asked me to be part of the club, at that time we only had one player signed, so we literally started from scratch. And we've been very selective about the players we pick to sign, the style that we want to play. All these little things are important to honor the past, the tradition, the history, to make sure that those guys, the older generation, are proud of the new generation.
So there's many players that are interested in playing for the New York Cosmos because of what it represents, what has been in the history of soccer. And it's globally, not only in the United States, but as well then internationally. There's many players that want to play for the club where Pele played, Giorgio Canaglia, Carlos Alberto. So there's plenty of interest from different levels, from the top player all the way to the youth player that wants to come to the United States.
I think the history behind the team. I mean, this is definitely the team with some of the greatest players in the world that have played here. Pele, Beckenbauer, so many. And to play and have that responsibility, it's a good thing, but I think the fans and the people of New York and this area really know what the Cosmos mean to soccer. So to have the opportunity, it's great, and like I said, it's a responsibility that we accept because people expect you to win and to be on top of the league.
Being a Cosmos, there's just more to it. I mean, it felt really good because of the history they have, but I was very excited once I heard that they wanted to offer me a contract. So it was a very good feeling being part of the Cosmos.
It's a different time. Back then there weren't as many people even interested in soccer, and to see how big the Cosmos was back then is pretty impressive. And now you have more and more people who are watching soccer, coming to games, watching on TV. Obviously, the past World Cup, you saw that here in the States. And one of the things that was very cool and still is very interesting being a part of this organization is how many people know who the Cosmos are.
And there's so many stories that you get to hear while you're here. The other thing that we have in our favor as well is the fact that the club is in New York. That attracts a lot of players, who wanted to play in New York for the families. It's a cultural experience. So there's many benefits, for them to want to play for the New York Cosmos. Even though also, we're still young, we're still growing, we still, are in a league that is developing. But we're very content where we are right now, but not satisfied because there's a lot of work to be done still for the future.
The Cosmos, throughout their history, always have represented a cosmopolitan approach, a worldly approach. We have that on our club now. We have players from 14 different countries on our roster now. We have players from Uruguay and Colombia and Spain and Brazil. Partly because that's who we are, but partly because it's the way we want to play. We play with the ball at our feet, we attack, we try to find creative passing options.
We think more in making sure that every practice is a practice that has a lot of quality, that we are at our best every single day, that we prepare for every single match, that the mentality of the club, every single game is that they come into the game in order to win, but not only to get the result, but also to play good soccer, to make sure that the people that are coming to see the matches, they enjoy the team that they're coming to support or the team that they're coming to watch, that we respect the past of this club and giving our best every single weekend. And if we have that mentality that we always prepared, for practice every day, for every single game that we play, and we keep on at it, that's going to give us championship. That's going to give us the possibility to, achieve big things. Why not continue, in the future, hopefully winning the US Open Cup and going to Conca Champions and, every day be respected more and more.
I ragazzi sono molto bravi, sono molto professionisti. Noi cerchiamo di dare una mentalità di un lavoro, portiamo un'idea di lavoro e certamente abbiamo bisogno di lavorare, anche perché facciamo un qualcosa di differente rispetto a quello che viene proposto qua in America. Siamo un po' un mix fra un modello europeo e un modello sudamericano. Cerchiamo di portare una nuova mentalità per renderci un po' più professionisti rispetto a qua.
We have a great team. Very proud to be on the coaching staff, to coach this group of players. Great group of guys, but they're learning. They're still learning. We have a lot of inexperienced players who still have to improve and work hard to get better each day. So it's a challenge for us as coaches, and that we have to do our best to prepare the team and make sure we do a good job with the lineups and all that stuff. But even just the development of our young players is very important to us, because that's something that's neglected, I think, in some leagues, especially in the top league here. But it's important for us to give our young players time to develop and make some mistakes, but grow as players and be the future of this club.
We have an idea of soccer, and first we want to make sure that the people that come to watch us, yes, they see a winning team that has the attitude of a winner, but also we're committed to making sure that we play in a way that people can enjoy when they come to watch the game.
The challenge to get the sport from where it is now in the United States to another level, to a league rivaling Major League Baseball or the NBA, is having the domestic leagues be stronger. That's what the next 10 years got to be about for us.
Yeah, I think that's the goal, for sure. In many ways, we're continuing what they started, but obviously it's going to take us some time to get to that level in terms of with the crowds and money, budget, and then obviously the big name players comes with that as well. But I think, with the signing of guys like Marco Senna and some other international players that we have, I think we're very much following that path and showing that we can be one of the top teams in North America.
We're starting smaller. We see this as a longer path to success. We've focused on grassroots and fundamentals and building a foundation and clearly defining who we are as a club and building that over time. They will spend a lot of money on players. No question, they'll spend a lot of money on advertising. That's fine. We knew when we started back up that was likely to happen. But for us, we still have the exact same plan. We don't need them to fail for us to be successful. So for us, we just stick with our plan, know that what the steps are in that plan and where we hope to be in 5 years, and we're very confident that we'll have a club as good or better 5 years down the road.